Over the road trucking versus local. Alright, so before we get started, I'm gonna give you guys a chance at a free heavy haulers cap giveaway. All you have to do is count how many times I say "nah mean" or "feel me" in the video and comment the number of times below. Anybody close to that number will get a free entry into the raffle. Anybody who gets the exact number will get 2 entries into the raffle. And last thing, follow @heavyhaulers_ on IG and DM me and let me know who you are in the comments, and let me know that you commented so that I can add you to the raffle wheel. Alright, let's get to it. So sometimes when I tell people that I drive trucks, the first thing they ask me is, do you go far? Or how far do you go? You know, or damn, I don't like trucking because I don't like to drive so far. Guess what? I don't like to drive too far neither. I was driving 4 hours a day in one of my jobs, going, and 4 hours coming. That was 8 hours worth of driving a day. And I hated it, absolutely hated it. I will never, well, never say never, but I would not like to work or drive over the road, ever. It's depressing. But you got over the road. You have regional and you have local. Regional is, I want to say, regional is semi over the road. Like, let's say you're probably staying in the Northeast. If you're from New York, regional would probably be like Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Jersey. You know, that'll be regional. But over the road is more so from New York to California to Seattle to Texas to Florida. You're just all over the place over the road. And when you're over the road, you're probably not home for a few months or a few weeks. You know what I mean? Depending on what you're doing, what your route is, and whatever it is. When you're regional, you're probably home every other day or maybe every night you're able to come home. Depending on what it is and what route you have and all that good stuff. Now when you're local, you're home every single day. And another thing, depending on the job that you have locally, you might be getting paid more than that guy that's over the road. Now a lot of guys go over the road because they say they want to make money. Maybe there is some routes out there where you can make some good money, decent money, right? But you're over the road. Like, there's just so much. I'm like, hey, I respect all the over the road guys. I respect all the truck drivers. But man, it's not for me. Number one, is unhealthy because like you gotta eat out all the time. It's depressing for me. You know, there's only so much you could do to entertain yourself. You know what I mean? I just like that over the road stuff, bro. That ain't no joke. You know what I mean? Then you're making money, right? Let's say you are making money, right? And you just grind and you're going over the road, and you just grind and getting those loads in. But at what cost? Because yes, you're making the money, but are you enjoying it? So what's the point of going over the road? You know, I feel like going over the road should be something to start with, or, I mean, to each his own. But me personally, I would do it to start, because those are the jobs that hire people, new people, and then, you know, get money and save money and, you know, whatever it is that I want to do. And then, like, just have a goal. Like, don't be over the road forever. It's depressing. It's depressing. It's just me personally. I have my things and what I think about over the road. I mean, obviously it has to be done. Someone has to do the job. That's how the country moves. That's how the loads move. That's another thing. We gotta have more respect for truckers, because everything that's in your house and everything that you own was on the truck at some point. You know, when you need your deliveries there, they get there. You know what I mean? So just wanted to get that out the way. But yeah, man, you know, there's a difference. There's over the road, there's regional, and there's local. You know, over the road, I wouldn't recommend it for someone who has a family, you know, who has a wife and kids. That's not good, you know. But if you wanna grind it out, even if you have wife and kids, you wanna grind it out, do it for a few months. Get that money and then just try to get a local job after. But I wouldn't recommend it for someone. Me, personally, I can't imagine being away from my wife and kids. Not even one day, let alone a week, let alone 2 weeks, let alone a month. You know, that's tough. That's tough for a family. You know what I mean? And you're doing it, yeah, you're sacrificing, you're doing it to get money. But what is the value of money when you're not enjoying the money, right? You're over the road. Now, if you have a goal and it's like, all right, I want to get a house, or I want to do something. I want to do something for my family. I'm gonna get a house. Let me go over the road for 6 months and save money. Let's make this sacrifice. That's a different story. But to have a family and then go over the road and stay over the road for years to come, and you were never home as a dad, you know. I mean, is it really worth making the money if you're not gonna be happy, or if you're not spending that quality time with your family, with your kids? They're just gonna grow before your eyes, and you ain't even gonna, you know what I mean? You ain't even gonna see it. Before you know it, they're grown. And you're gonna miss out on all that time because you were grinding it out over the road trying to get this money. And then a lot of people stay in the same boat. They go to grind it out and then they never get out of the hole. You know, then you got the single people who, yeah, you could go over the road, but then again, you're going over the road, you're home a few times a year, you just grind it out, getting that money. But then you don't have any goals. You understand? Like, understandable if you have goals, like, okay, let me go over the road, I'm single, I don't have any kids, you know, let me go over the road for a year and get this money, or for a couple of years and get this money and invest it, eventually get my own truck and stuff like that. Then yeah, but just to go over the road, to stay there, just doing that for years, your life is just gonna blow by you. Next thing you know, you're old and you didn't enjoy life because you're over the road. You don't have time for anything. You know what I mean? Like, you're over the road your entire life. I mean, all you know is the road. There's no going home every single day, hanging out with friends, or like, yeah, I want to go hang out with you tonight. You can't. You're over the road. Or it's a Friday and you can't even go to your friend's birthday party or any family gatherings or holidays. You can't go to any family gatherings because you're over the road. You know, at some point, money's not everything, and you know, there are things that are worth more than money. So like I said, I'm not bashing the guys that do over the road. I salute you because that's a really tough thing to do. I salute you if you are an over the road driver, but that's just something that I wouldn't recommend that you do forever. Or I wouldn't recommend anyone to do forever. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, period. You know, unless I really have to. That's just, I feel like that's a job that rookies should do and stuff like that. But hey, to each his own. If you like over the road, you love the road, it's just think about it. At what cost? Why am I doing this? What is the end goal of me going over the road? What is the end goal? Why am I doing it? Just think about it. Think deep into it. Why am I doing this? You know what I mean? And then you take it from there. Like I said, it's not easy. Salute to those truck drivers. Sometimes, like I said, driving locally, especially in heavy hauling, you're gonna make more money than the guys over the road. You're home every day, you get to be around your family, you get to be around your friends, you get to socialize. Over the road, there's no socializing. You gotta be at from what I hear, these truck stops where the showers are dirty, eating bad food on the road, you know what I mean? That food on the road is no joke. It's a lot of fast food, you know, and it's, you know, it's unhealthy. And nobody talks about the depression in trucking. There's a lot of depression in trucking. Hey, when you're sitting in your truck all day, that's the time when you think the most. You just start thinking of things. You know what I mean? Like, not saying I'm depressed, but I could imagine those guys over the road, like, away from their families. They're probably like out of it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just something to think of. And You know, at what cost are you doing this? At what cost? You know, and why are you doing this? Have an end goal. If you like over the road, hey, I respect you. That's what's up. Like to live on the road, that's you. That's good. But as for me personally, I wouldn't be able to do it. There is a whole local truck driving world out there. You just gotta get into the industry and dig deep and find it. And you could land a good opportunity. You know, trucking is not always, I have to drive far. For all my people who don't know about trucking. Me, I'm in the 5 boroughs. As a matter of fact, for the most part, I don't leave Brooklyn and Queens. And I'm home every day with my family. And I'm grateful for the money that I make doing what I do. There's some jobs that you go over the road and they don't even pay great at all. There's some that do pay good. There's some that don't. There's some jobs that do. Hey, if it's to get experience, I'm all for it. And like I said, someone has to do the job. So if it's something that you enjoy, go for it. I have a passion for trucks, but not driving 10 hours, 8 hours. You know, I'll do that. I'll drive 10 hours locally. I can't drive like that. I start getting sleepy and all that. Get sleepy, get anxiety. Nah, I'm not with that. So there you go. That's the difference, you know, between over the road, regional, and local. You feel what I'm saying? There's pros and cons to both. But in my opinion, there's more pros than cons in the local industry, and then there's more cons than pros in the over-the-road industry. You just pick and choose, and you see what's your pros and cons. You know what I mean? No matter what, anything that has to do with truck driving is tough. It's stressful. It's tough. You know, it's a tough job. You got to be safe. You're driving a dangerous commercial vehicle. You know, it's all the same thing in terms of like what you're doing. So that's my video for today. If you like my content, show some love, you feel me? Like, share, subscribe, you know what I mean? Leave some comments in the comment section. Give me some topics to talk about or videos that you guys want to see me make so that I can keep the channel going. You know what I mean? So I'll see y'all next time.